Well, welcome, ladies, to our Wednesday night free necklace call. I love getting to do these. I get to do them usually about twice a month because me and a couple other girls on my team, we take turns doing these. And they're just so much fun because I'm super passionate about direct sales and especially about Park Lane. And I love getting to share all the things that I love about it. So if you're here or if you're watching this later on the replay, I'm guessing that somebody you know sees something in you that makes her think, you might enjoy doing this too. And a lot of people might think, why direct sales? But with direct sales, I mean, with life in general, whenever you want extra income, you usually have to get a second job. And that requires someone else controlling your calendar. And with direct sales, it does not. You get to control your own calendar and you can easily add extra income to your budget. But let me introduce myself. For those of you I don't know, my name is Carolyn. I have been a stylist with Park Lane for 2 years. I just had my 2-year anniversary and I love it, but I've actually been in direct sales for 20 years. I cannot believe it. My oldest son was 10 months old when I first started, and now he's about to turn 21. That's like, how does that even happen? I don't know, but it did. But the things I want to share with you tonight about Park Lane, I always love to share, we call them the 3 Ps, the people, the product, and the programs. And before I do that, just a little bit more about myself. So I'm married, I have 2 boys. They are, well, you already know about the one that's almost 21. The other one is almost 18. So he's a senior. So I'm almost an empty nester. But when I started in direct sales, I was a stay-at-home mom. I told my sister, I do not wear jewelry. I do not go to parties, and I don't know anybody. Click. I was like, this is not for me. And then a year later, she, who was a full-time school teacher, was still selling jewelry and making significant income. And me, who was a full-time stay-at-home mom, consistently making 0. I thought, okay, I guess I will take a look at this. I actually just went to a party that she did for one of my friends. And I thought, oh, well, this is kind of fun. Someone else is showing me how to look cute. And my friend gets free stuff. I could make money, so I booked a party just to have a party. And then I decided to sell it. And then after 18 years, that company suddenly closed during COVID. A lot of retail stores. I mean, how many of y'all have a retail store that you love that did not survive the pandemic? I mean, it was a real thing. But Park Lane, this brand, this company had their biggest year ever in 2020 because they did such an excellent job of pivoting and training their field how to have an online business. And now, since, I mean, I know the COVID virus is still a thing, but the world has gotten somewhat back to normal, our new normal, whatever that is. And now you're able to go back into homes and do parties if you want to, or do online parties. You can do Zoom parties, Facebook parties. Somebody, I'm sure, will figure out an Instagram party pretty soon, but I barely know how to operate Instagram, so it won't be me. But it's just been so much fun. So let's talk about the first piece, the people. Park Lane has been around for 67 years. They were started in 1955 by Arthur and Shirley Levine. And they wanted something that would make it possible for Shirley to stay home with the kids and still bring in income and also have an identity. I don't know if any of you have ever been a stay-at-home mom, but I was, and I thought I did love it. But for the first year of being home with my baby, all I did was change diapers and cook food. And nobody said, yay, good job, Mom. Good job, Caroline. Oh, this dinner's so fabulous. But when I started my direct sales business, and I got to meet like grownups outside of the house, it gave me an identity and it gave me something I was proud of. And so when they started this, it was in the 50s. So they're pioneers in this field. They have very high standards. They only keep 2% of the profit for the Levine family, and the rest goes back into the programs, which is how Park Lane is able to have the most generous programs I have ever seen, which leads me to talk about the product. That's our second P. I mean, hello, it's jewelry. If you're a customer and you've been waiting for these maple earrings to come back, guess what? They're back. We're all so excited. But the nice thing about jewelry is if it is priced right and women like it, they will buy it. You don't have to convince them that it will change their life. They don't have to quit wearing one brand of something and switch to your brand. They don't have to stop eating something and start eating your thing. It's just jewelry and fashion, and it's fun. So even Well, and jewelry is recession proof. So I've been in the jewelry industry for 20 years. We have had out lots of ups and downs in the economy, but even when budgets get tight, women still will purchase comfort purchases for themselves. They're still going to buy their lipstick. They're still going to buy their earrings because it makes us feel good. And with Park Lane's jewelry, we have excellent quality. It's all electroplated with 14 to 20 karat gold. The silver is electroplated with rhodium. I'm not wearing anything silver except for my white gold wedding ring. And rhodium is the metal that they use to plate your white gold wedding rings with. So it holds up better than a silver plating. It doesn't tarnish or oxidize like regular silver does. And all of our jewelry is guaranteed. So if there's ever a defect with it, or even if your friend who purchases it from you breaks it herself, Park Lane replaces it for her for free in the first 4 months. And then after that, as long as it's still in the line, they will replace it for $10 plus shipping. And if it's no longer in the line, but she purchased it within the last year, they'll give her a credit to pick out something new, even if she ran it over with her car. That's crazy. And we also we're very proud of the fact that we have a full service jewelry line. I know I'm wearing, these are some extreme earrings. I don't know if you guys can see Terry too, but Terry's wearing them also. But like my necklace, I'm wearing, this is our electric necklace. This is like a very dainty, delicate, designer inspired look. We have career wear, we have boho, we have stuff for teeny boppers, all the way up to grandmas. And really, a lot of us, I'm not a grandma yet. Thank goodness, unless you count my puppy and my other son got a baby pig. But a lot of times those are the same thing, because the older we get, we still want to stay current. And Park Lane has stuff for all ages and stages of your life. And I love that. We also have all price points. We have jewelry that starts at $22 and goes all the way up to $200, but nobody ever has to pay that price because of the sale that I will talk about here in just a second, which is where I want to go next. That's our programs. It's our third P. Park Lane totally spoils our customers, our hostesses, and us as stylists. So what do they do for our customers? It's that amazing sale. How many of you have shopped Park Lane sale before? We always, always, always have buy two, get 4 items at half price. And the 2 that the customers pay full price for are the least expensive items. So like these maple earrings, these are $38. I always tell everybody you shouldn't pay full price for anything over $38. But a lot of times they'll pick out 2 $22 items, and then boom, their $50 stuff drops to $25. Their $100 stuff drops to $50. And all of that, those full and half price items, you as a stylist make your commission off of both. It's not like the half price items are freebies. You are actually making money off of those. And then on top of that, Park Lane usually has what some people call them zingers. I usually call them bonus items, but typically every week we can bank on the fact that they will at least have spend 90, get a $200 item for 30. Some weeks they can get 2 of those. This week, it's crazy. If you don't sign up tonight, you need to shop with your stylist, because you can spend 60, get a $200 item for 30 and a $100 item for free. And that ends tonight. So I'm just saying, we're shopping that sale because we love this sale so much. But they really, really spoil our customers. They also have things called style drops, like this peacock bracelet I have on right here. This is a limited edition color in, we call it our honeycomb design. And it has these Aurora Borealis crystals in it. And this, like the normal retail of this is, I don't know, $200 or $300, but it's a style drop, which means when our customers spend 40, they can purchase our style drops for a deeply discounted price. I think this one is 35, and they sell out really fast. But that keeps it exciting for your customers, whether you're sharing with your ladies at church or your coworkers, or you're sharing on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Wherever your people hang out, they love knowing when the best deals are happening. And because Park Lane has these style drops, every week or two, you always have something new and fresh and exciting to put out there. And you don't have to sit around and think of what kind of a special should I offer this week, because Park Lane does it for you. It's so, so great. The second person they totally spoil are the hostesses. When someone hosts a show with me, they usually earn, if they get 5 orders, they earn $100 free. When they get 10 orders, they earn $400. And I'll explain how that works. But just for hosting a show, Park Lane gives them a thank you item, which is any $200 item for 30. Then the free credit is based off of how many orders they get. So for each individual order, no matter how big or small it is, it could be a $22 pair of earrings or a $100 order. Park Lane is going to give the hostess $20 in shopping credit. So 9 orders would be $180, right? The magic happens when we get her to 10 orders. Park Lane doubles all of her shopping credits to 40. So she gets at least $400 in free jewelry. And there's no cap on that. So if she gets to 15, that'd be 600 free, 20, 800 free. And this is why our business kind of keeps going, because one, women love getting free jewelry. Women love to shop a sale, and women love to tell their girlfriends about a good sale. So when they learn about the sale and they shop our sale, then they book a party, and then their friends come and shop their party. They fall in love with the sale. They book a party. And it just kind of goes like that. And it's so much fun. On top of that free jewelry, Park Lane always has at least 2 Fast 50s on a party that we're allowed to use to incentivize our hostess to do things that we think would help her party. Like, I like to give my hostess an extra $50 if she has 10 people on the live or 10 people in person, or I might give her an extra 50 if she rebooks with me for the next year, or maybe if she gets 3 bookings. You can decide what is going to help your business and what's going to help your hostess at that time. And you can incentivize her with those Fast 50 awards. And for each one you give her, you only pay $10 a piece. There's even a special right now through next Wednesday where even if you're, and you can host your own show. That's the other thing. We can be our own hostess over and over and over. And right now we can do an extra $250. So 5 Fast 50s, and all will pay us $40 for those. So Park Lane is so good. They know that, like, when sales would typically slow down, it's the week between Christmas and New Year's, they sweeten the deal. That's why we're having this spend $60 special. They're just so, so good to us. And that's one thing I didn't talk about when we talked about the company, but they are very good at having an even baseline of sales. It's not like this dramatic up and down, because they do these specials at those specific times of the year when sales might have dipped before in my previous company. They don't now, because during those times, Park Lane has some extra great special. So we talked about the customers, we talked about the hostesses. Oh, wait. And when her friends book a party from her party, the hostess, she's going to get an extra thank you item at her friends' parties. That means she'll get a $200 item for $30 at her friend's party. So again, that just encourages her to say, you should have a party. I'll come, because I get an extra bonus. So it's super fun. So let's talk about what they do for the stylists. That would be you if you decide to join us and come play in jewelry with us. We all earn, well, hold on. Before I get into that, let's talk about the programs. We have an amazing fundraiser program where you can do a fundraiser for any 501c3. It's a nonprofit organization, and Park Lane will donate 50% of the sales straight to that cause. So if you love to help people, or you love to give back, but you can't just up and write $1,000 check whenever you want to, you can do a fundraiser for any organization and they will get 50% of the sales. And then out of the other 50%, Park Lane will still pay you your commission, which is amazing. We have not 1, but 2 luxury travel trips you can earn every year. And our travel trips, you do not have to be some top dog in leadership. So I'm a senior division leader with Park Lane, but starting January 1st, when our new trip contest starts, I will start at 0, just like everybody else. I don't automatically get grandfathered into it. Typically during our trip contests, if you just bring in 4 recruits during that time period and have some sales to get the right amount of points, then you can earn the trip. So the fact that I'm a senior division leader means nothing in a trip contest. So you would have just as much chance at earning the trip as I do. And I love that about Park Lane, because it keeps us from getting like comfortable and just sitting back and thinking, oh, I'm just going to relax and let everybody else work. Nope, it keeps my business consistent too. So our trips since I've been in have been to Key West, Aruba. We're getting ready to go to Kona, Hawaii, and Cabo. And then in January, they'll announce where the next trip contest is too. So if you were signed up tonight, you would be in and learning and starting in the trip contest with us. And I signed up in December of 2020. And the trip contest launched in January. And by the end of February, I had earned a trip for 2 to Key West. Usually you have 5 months to earn it. So it's very, very attainable. Let's talk free jewelry. So we have what's called Rich Rewards Club, where you can earn over $1,100 in free jewelry every single month, just for selling jewelry and or recruiting. We have 5 different levels. Level 1 is just selling $1,000 in the first 2 weeks of the month. They'll give you $250 in free jewelry. If you sell $2,500 in the total month, they'll give you the designer ensemble that's going to launch the next month. If you sell $4,000 in a month, they'll give you $300 free. Bring in 2 friends, they give you another $300 free. Bring in 2 more friends, they give you another $300 free. And the next month you get to do it all again. And if you miss level 1, you can still earn levels 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's not like they're trying to trick you. Park Lane is a very much incentive-based business, and they want to reward you for anything. Like this peacock bracelet, the bracelet that I'm wearing, this was just an extra thing on top of Rich Rewards Club that they did for us either earlier this month or at the end of last month. I can't remember. If we sold like $1,500, we got this bracelet for free. So I got this bracelet for free on top of everything else that they gave me for free last month. They are just so, so generous. So let's talk about how you earn money, because, you know, free jewelry sounds great. Trips sound great, but you might be thinking, okay, Carolyn, yeah, but what about the money? So everyone in Park Lane earns at least 30% commission, and you can work your way up to where you're earning 50% commission. And when you promote through our compensation plan, you never go backwards. So I've talked to a lot of friends. I have a lot of girls on my team who used to do different companies, and they had to maintain or requalify every single month. And we don't have that in Park Lane. So if you come in as a fashion director earning 30%, you recruit 1 person and she gets qualified, then you could promote to a branch director and already get a 5% pay raise. And even if your 1 person got out, you would not lose your 5% pay raise or your title. So I love that you never go backwards. We have no sales quotas. When it comes to your personal sales, you could do 1 show a week, 1 show a month, 1 show a year. Totally up to you. When you join Park Lane, you have a website for an entire year to do with whatever you want. It just depends on how much money you want to make and how much free jewelry or trips you want to earn. Let's see. If you have been a leader in a previous direct sales company or currently, Park Lane recognizes and respects leadership experience, and you could interview and possibly qualify for a direct appoint position, which is what I did because I was a leader in my former company and I had a large team. So Park Lane brought me over at a comparable level, which I love, because if you were the CEO of a bank and you went to a different bank, they're not going to bring you in as a teller, right? Right. So I love that. And they have lots of other programs. They drop specials, like right now, we're all in a drawing for an extra trip to Cabo this week. They do extra things. We have a Mercedes car program. And what I love is that you can double, triple, quadruple dip in all of these programs at the same time. You may just be thinking, oh, there's a free bracelet this month. I want to earn that free bracelet. And you're working towards this free bracelet, but all your points for that free bracelet also go in your trip bucket. They also go in your Mercedes car bucket. They also go in your Rich Rewards Club bucket. So you can be working towards things you don't even realize you're working towards. And that's how I earned the Mercedes. I threw that brochure away when I first signed up because I thought, I'm never going to do that. And then a month and a half later, I had earned it and I didn't even realize it. So let's talk starter kits. This is a really exciting thing because, hold on, let me just explain what it normally is, okay? We have 3 kits. Our basic kit is $99, and you normally get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry with that, but it's better this week. Our business kit, sorry if you can hear my dogs, our business kit is $229, and you normally get to pick out $1,000 with that kit. And then our boss kit is $439, and you get to pick out $2,000 with that kit. But for this week, Park Lane, because they sometimes do extra big specials around Christmas and New Year's. When you do the basic kit for $99, they are upgrading your kit for free. So you will actually get to pick out $1,000 in jewelry when you sign up this week. Or if you do the business kit for $229, you'll get to pick out $2,000 worth of jewelry. And then there is no boss kit because you're automatically getting the boss kit for the $229, which is amazing. That's actually the special they offered us because our jewelry company had closed. They offered us that special 2 years ago, and it was a special just for us. And I think they realized it went so well, they go ahead and roll it out and offer it to you all for a week. So if you have ever thought about doing this before, this is definitely the time to do it. If you sign up before the third or by the 31st, you get to write off your expenses, your startup cost, any jewelry you've purchased this year, anything you're going to use to start your business off with. Or if you do it January 1st through 3rd, because the special ends on the 3rd, then you would, I think it's the 3rd, no wait, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, next Wednesday, a week from today is when this special ends. Then you would write it off on next year's taxes. So if that matters to you. A couple other questions I usually get is, what kind of support do you have? What's it like when you get started? So our team has amazing support. We have a great onboarding system. We Zoom like this at least once or twice a week. Anything that you're unavailable to come to, we always record it. So it's kind of like online school. You can learn and earn at your own pace. We have a graphic designer on our team that makes beautiful pictures for us. And the support is just amazing. You have access to a team of women that want to help you succeed. And we share all of our tips and tricks. There's nothing that we like hide or keep for ourselves. So if I create a graphic and I do anything, then I let anybody on my team use it and change it however they want. I hear my oldest son out there. Do you know where mom is? That's why the dogs are barking so much. So there is going to be a keyword. Hold on, let me open my chat real quick. I want to tell you guys this before I stop the recording, and then I'll stop the recording and see if you guys want to ask any questions. Fill out that Google Doc. It's going to ask you for a keyword. The word today is upgrade, because they are going to upgrade your kit for free. And if you want to do this, just reach out to your stylist. She'll give you the directions to sign up. It seriously takes like 5 minutes, and you have an entire week to pick out your jewelry for your kit. So keyword is upgrade. You heard the kits, $99. This week gets you $1,000 in jewelry. $229 gets you $2,000 in jewelry. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and see if anybody who's here live wants to ask questions. So if you're watching this on replay later, make sure you get the Google Doc survey from your stylist who sent this to you and fill it out by midnight tomorrow so you go in the drawing for the free necklace. Ooh, hold on. I hit end. I don't want to hit end. I want to hit stop recording.